I've always said, nobody gets a costume for a depressing reason. And so very few people that are really sad have ever come through those doors.
Heaping up memories.
Today is the exception, a day different from any of the more than 37,000 that have preceded it.
Yeah, I will be heaving some great sighs, trying very, very hard not to get caught in the sentimentality of what I'm going to miss.
I did holding out pretty well, but man. I mean, this joint's been, what, 40 years of my life and 50 years of my life.
When I'm driving by here now, I get a lump in my throat already.
I was just like, oh my God, no, it's not so. I was just there. I don't believe it.
And I didn't know
I
it
don't
when
believe
you
it.
Word has, indeed, spread quickly throughout a disbelieving Indianapolis, and it's big news. For there has been a Landis Costumes in the city longer than there has been a 500-mile race.
We costumed our children, who are now, I got a costume for my granddaughter here.
I too came when I was in high school, and I believe my mother even came when she was in high school.
But after today, it will be no more.
The owners get older, they get tired, and it's hard to find somebody that's my age to come in and run this.
It's so easy to go on the internet and get a costume brought to your door.
Absolutely has hurt us very, very much so. I feel there's very much a misconception about packaged costumes versus rental costumes. You can rent a good quality costume, complete with accessories, for about the same price you're going to spend to buy a packaged costume.
The last purchase, Landis Costume Company. It was heartbreaking. It was really hard. Going down the stairs the last time, a lot of memories. I wouldn't be where I am today without them.
Records for Landis Costumes go back over a century, when Harry K. Landis, a sign painter who counted among his buddies one James Whitcomb Riley, found himself making outfits for the Knights of Pythias and the Shriners.
He expanded from there into costumes because so many friends would come up and say, can I borrow that one that nobody uses anymore for Halloween?
Sun Art took over the business, adding caps and gowns, and soon the name Landis was out there and everywhere.
In fact, my mother's graduation robe from Marion College had a Landis label in it.
Grandkids Joe, Mary Lou, and Diane took over until a young Butler student skilled in scene craft and sewing, a regular at the shop when it came to creating mascots, took over in the 80s for a very specific reason.
I couldn't see a history that long and illustrious go down before it made 100 years.
Would it be fair to call you the Queen of Costumes?
Actually, I'm the Empress. We always said Mary Lou was the queen, and then when I bought the shop, they said I was the Empress. To be a beekeeper. How silly is that? Wilma! Aloha! Bellhop! Vacation! Barbershop! Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose. Rescue! Boy Scouts! Train! Engineer! The Caveman. It's a classic. Le chef, would you like the crepes today? I think the only costume somebody requested that really struck me as okay was they asked if I had a light bulb costume. And that I didn't have. A light bulb, now how could I make that? One of the things I won't miss is 8 loads of laundry a day. We sent some Civil War costumes out for a reenactors group over in Illinois one year for the whole summer. And when they brought the costumes back, the man said to me, we had an accident and one of the guys was standing and singing, and his muzzle loader went off. Well, then the kid that was doing laundry came out, and he went, "I think I just found the pants of the man whose gun went off."
Here we go, Happy Bear. All righty, here we go. I'm going to go over to 25 and 25. We'll bet $10 on the old bear.
Here is a bull costume, accessory piece. Somebody get $25, $5, $10, hit 5, 10, 15.
The fabrics that once danced to Hammerstein and Sondheim or strutted to Miller and Wilde now move along to the cadence of the auctioneer.
Ladies, I'm selling flapper dresses up here.
Okay, buy this monster right here. Here's just the astronaut's helmet.
This is my first time in an auction. I was shaking.
You had 8 transactions, $100.05.
And when they say everything must go,
Go get a dollar bill for that trash can. Metal trash can, guys. Fill it up with clothes. $1.
yet through it all, Rachel seems to be in amazingly good spirits.
And don't forget, I've also been an actress. No, but the truth of the matter is, I have so many good memories of this place.
Memories of fun, of national awards and international acclaim, of being the creator of Sammy Terry's cape, famous to hundreds of kids who braved a parent's wrath to sneak in a late evening's nightmare, of crafting costumes so authentic they graced museum displays. 10,000 costumes made in a family shop, one that had a passion for sharing the family business.
When I was in high school, and upon graduating, I took this pathetic little resume and portfolio to Landis Costume Company. And Diane Landis was working the counter, and she said, "We're not hiring." But Joe Landis overheard, the owner, and said, "You really have a passion for this, but you have no idea how to make it happen." He said, "And I'm going to teach you."
It is a family, a theater family. We used to joke about collecting stray folks. Come on in, you're part of the family now.
At Halloween, when the last customer had gone for the Halloween season, we would shut the doors, we would break out the champagne.
Most of the time, 2 sips of champagne and we'd be sound asleep because we were so tired. Every single piece, there's a memory, a story behind someone who wore this gown and was so beautiful on stage, and her family was so proud of her. Or I've had the mousy little quiet secretary who had to dress up for work, and we put her in something outrageous like a gorilla costume, and no one knew who she was. And the stories from the Santa Clauses about the children at the hospital whose lives they affected.
The chill of the emptying display rooms becomes warm with laughter when, as it has for a century, living in this material world rubs the joy of make-believe off on those who had come to wish that magic goodbye.
It's fun bringing students to get fitted for costumes. And then when their eyes light up, you know you found the right costume for what they're trying to do. It's awesome.
I wish people would just wear some more funny stuff. Can you imagine going to drive-through like, ooh, I would fancy some like burger and a cow.
It's overwhelming. You don't even, it's amazing. You don't even know where to start. It's a dream come true for someone like me.
You get to play Barbies with real people.
And they've got a long way to go before it's empty.
And what now is next for the woman who's allowed so many grown-ups to act like kids, now that it's time for her, too, to put away the things of a child, at least for a little while?
I've always said I want to be the dedication page. I want to inspire you to do something great. If I can do that, that's what I want to be. I want to be the dedication page. Like I said before, nobody gets a costume for a depressing reason. We're all about having fun. And we've had a lot of fun over the 103-year history. And I've been here for 32 of that. That's a pretty, we've had a darn good run.